So what to expect next since the price of Bitcoin has broken the resistance from this descending triangle? This upper line, which has rejected the price plenty of time in the past price action, has finally been broken, and since then the price of Bitcoin is showing this relief rally type of scenario. But the question here is, will this relief rally actually continue here to the upside? And if it's going to continue, then where we could be possibly hitting, and also what kind of scenario we are expecting after that. I am going to show you exactly what could be playing out in the immediate short term and also in the upcoming days for Bitcoin. But before that, guys, just a friendly reminder, let's start this analysis by destroying that like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit the subscribe button and the bell. Now, starting this in a bigger time frame, I am going to keep it very simple, because we know the price of Bitcoin around 19,000. This is one very important line of support which we are not allowed to break, because we know if this support around 19,000 is going to get broken, then the next area of confluence is going to be around 11,000 to 12,000 range. But we are also aware the price of Bitcoin parallelly is not just only actually testing the support around 19,000 again and again, but we are also forming this descending triangle formation. Descending triangle is considered as a bearish scenario, so please guys, please be careful. We know the support here around 19,000 is being tested, price is holding the line, but if this support is not going to hold anymore, then we know this is considered as a bearish scenario. And in that case, right, in that case, the next area of confluence, which we have already talked plenty of time according to this 2B reversal pattern here in a bigger time frame, is going to be around 11,000 to 12,000, and that is our worst case target for Bitcoin. But if you look at this price structure in a daily time frame, in a daily, the price of Bitcoin is still failing to break out of this falling trend line. Yes, this bigger falling trend line, this red line, has always rejected the price. You can see that very clearly. Each and every time we try to break above it, the same line acted as a resistance, and after that the price of Bitcoin has always showed this corrective movement. In our case, a very similar scenario is unfolding. Price got rejection around this falling trend line, and since then we are also slowly starting with this corrective movement. So if we look at this here from the past price action, you can see getting rejection from this falling trend line has always led to a bigger price retracement. So we have to be very careful, even though the price of Bitcoin has managed to come across this 19,000 area, because if you look here to the downside, MACD is still a bearish MACD across RSI line, even though it's heading towards this 50 level, but it's still in a bearish territory. T3CCI also in a negative or in bearish territory, indicating the weakness, even though the immediate short term is showing some bullishness. And if you also look at this price structure in a smaller time frame, yesterday we did talked about this bigger broadening wedge. Inside this bigger broadening wedge, we found out the price of Bitcoin was forming this broadening wedge like this, and we also said if this trend continuation is going to happen, then the price in the immediate short term could be getting approached around this 20,000 area. This 20,000 is considered as a target area if the price remains above 19,000. But if we do see a fake out, price showing weakness and again showing this reversal here to the downside, then in that case we have to be careful, because that could lead to a bigger price retracement, which could be around 17,000 to 16,000 range. But we are also aware, guys, if the price of Bitcoin does manages to remain above 19,000 all the time, then 20,000 is looked as our potential upcoming target, the upper line area. And if you also break the resistance from this 20,000, then expect the price of Bitcoin to show this movement here to the upside towards 21 and even around 22,000. But I personally believe even if we manage to come across this 21 to 22,000, then this could be a reversal like this. I mean a complete fake out before price again starting with this corrective movement. Because if we do see this impulsiveness, price breaking this resistance line, then parallelly we are also aware this right angle broadening wedge formation could be playing out. Because if you have watched my video, I showed you guys very clearly the lower line support around 19,000 has been tested again and again. Each and every time it has been tested, after that the price of Bitcoin has also showed some very nice relief rally type of scenario. And right now, since the price has managed to come across this 19,000, we are also expecting this relief rally type of scenario to continue once it breaks the resistance around 20,000 range. But we are also aware, guys, if you look at the price structure carefully inside this ascending right angle broadening wedge, you will see this one here and head and shoulder formation playing out. Before we had this perfect right shoulder, you can see we had a double left shoulder before forming this head. So I have said, if we are going to see a very similar scenario unfolding here to form this right shoulder, then we are also prepared, because here before forming this left shoulder we had a double left shoulder head, and here we could be forming another very similar scenario like this before breaking here to the downward direction. So even if the price of Bitcoin is going to show any sort of a relief rally, I am considering that as a fake out. Yes, guys, I am being very honest and also showing you exactly what I see looking at the price action of Bitcoin. But today, not just only the price of Bitcoin, even the price of Ethereum is flashing a very, very interesting scenario. Let me show you that here. So guys, now if we look at the price action of Ethereum in a weekly time frame, you can see a very, very interesting scenarios unfolding. I mean, if you simply follow this falling trend line, you can see clearly, guys, each and every relief rally before that, the price has always tested the support from this falling trend line. Whenever this falling trend line has been tested, after that we have always seen some very nice impulsive movement playing out in price action of Ether. So in our case, since the price has already found support at this falling trend line, we also had this relief rally. But now if you monitor the price structure, is it actually indicating a trend reversal towards this falling trend line, or is it indicating a movement here in this manner, a small corrective movement before the price of Ether starts with this new impulsive movement? I am going to show you that in a smaller time frame or daily time frame, because if you simply look at this price structure here in a daily time frame, the price of Ether is forming a descending triangle. Descending triangle is considered as a bearish scenario, and the price has also broken the support. And now this relief rally type of scenario could be a retest from this previous temporary support line, because in the past price action you can see this horizontal trend line or the lower line area from this descending triangle has always acted as a support. But now if we do see any sort of a reversal playing out here in the medium short term, please be careful. This could be a retest of this previous temporary support line, which could be acting as a resistance, and after that we could be seeing another trend continuation here like this. Why? Because if I would add and head and shoulder formation inside this descending triangle, you can see the head and shoulder is also pointing the neckline, and the lower line support from the descending triangle has been broken, and this could be resulting in upcoming corrective movement for Ethereum. And not just only this, guys, not just only this, what we can also do to monitor this price movement, add a trend line here like this. Because if you follow this trend line, let me remove this head and shoulder formation. If you follow this trend line, you can see this is a descending channel. The reason why we are seeing this relief rally is not just only this could be a retest from this previous temporary support line, right? But this lower line is also a very strong line of support. I mean, the lower line support from this descending channel. So we have to be very careful and also monitor the price movement carefully, because if this is going to result in another relief rally like this, then we want the price of Ether to break some very, very important line of resistance, because we know this here is going to be acting as one very important line of resistance around 1400 to 1420 area. So this is definitely going to be one big resistance. So if we manage to break this resistance, then I am actually expecting the price of Ether to show further consolidation and even a relief rally, which could bring the price again around 1500 to 1600 before breaking it to the downward direction like this. So in the worst case scenario, this lower line is where we are expecting the price of Ether to get gravitated around $700 to $800, and in a bigger frame for Bitcoin around 11,000 to 12,000 range. So this are some of the quick updates that I wanted to share with you in today's video. If you enjoyed my work, then please guys destroy the like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit the subscribe button and the bell. Now by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye.